So let me give you a good example of this, of what it is like to be stuck in the matrix. Imagine you go to sleep and you find yourself in a dream with another body experiencing a dream, right? And let's say you wake up the next morning. What happened to this body? Notice that when you were dreaming, you took yourself to be this body inside of the dream, right? Maybe, I had a dream the other day that, I had a kid, a few kids, and a wife, a family, and everything. And I remember I loved my kids. I remember tucking my little one in for good night, rocking him to sleep. And the next thing I remember is waking up and I'm here, right? And this family that I just spent a lifetime, developing and growing and living, now was just a dream and it no longer exists. Do I cry for my children in the dream? Do I make a memorial for them? Right? So, in a sense, we can call this matrix like a dream. We just woke up here in the same way you just wake up inside of a dream. And notice that when you wake up inside of a dream, you have a body within that dream, which you identify yourself as, right? And what I want to share with you is the body within the dream belongs to the dream world. When you wake up, it's not the body in that dream that somehow gets out of the dream and then comes back to reality, right? That body stays in that dream, right? So all along, right, you took yourself to be that body, but you weren't that body. Whatever that body experienced, whatever that body owned, when you wake up, you can't take any of that with you. In the same way, when you became conscious, when you were born, right? You were born and woke up as this body, right? You didn't choose to be this body. You didn't choose to, uh, you know, uh, they say my race is black. I didn't choose to be black, right? And, I'm sure, if you're white, you didn't choose to be white. If you're Mexican, you didn't choose to be Mexican. It's not like before you were born, you chose your avatar, what you're going to be, because if you could, you'd probably make yourself 6'4" with some nice abs, looking good. You designed yourself, right? But you didn't design yourself. So this one that you call your body, whatever, this one who is talking is not you. It isn't you. All right. I once told this to someone. Imagine you're dreaming and you're being chased by Frankenstein. Oh, right. You're running. Frankenstein is chasing you, right? He's going to eat you or whatever, right? And I have I had a question for him. Imagine you're in that situation. Do you want me to kill Frankenstein, get him and put him in a chokehold, put him to sleep? Or would you want me to wake you up, wake you out of your dream? Which one is more powerful? If I kill Frankenstein, well, then there's going to be something else to eat you, something else that you're afraid of, right? And we're going to be killing things all day and for the rest of your life. But if I wake you out of your dream, both Frankenstein and any future problems are gone. So in the same way, you came into this world through consciousness, meaning you became conscious of this world, right? From being conscious, right, you are experiencing a world, right? And notice that in my example earlier, you only experience the world through your five senses. So even your experience of this body is only through your five senses. If I remove your five senses, you wouldn't experience yourself as a body at all. You wouldn't experience anything. You wouldn't have a sense of self. Your sense of self comes from the five senses. So, the moment you come into this realization that you are not this person you take yourself to be, you are not this body at all, right? Why? Why is this important? All of your fears, everything you are afraid of, comes from this body, right? If you're afraid of death, what does it mean? You're afraid of this body dying, right? If you're afraid to go hungry, you mean this, you're afraid this body will go hungry. So whatever happens to this body means it's going to happen to you. But I am here to share with you the good news. Whatever happens to this body, nothing is going to happen to you. You are not this body. Okay? You're not. All of your fears are based on this. This is how the matrix gets you. The moment you identify yourself as this body, boom, you're a slave to the matrix. You're stuck. Not that your body is stuck. Well, yeah, your body is stuck in this world. But because you have stuck yourself to this body, and because this body is stuck to this world forever, now you are stuck to this world. To transcend this body, you must first wake out of this body and come into your true self. Only then can you come back into this world, even as a body, but know that you are not a body, meaning experiencing this world while knowing the truth of yourself. Meaning, whatever happens to this body, you know that nothing is going to happen to you, which is the end of all of your fears, all of your sufferings, all of your trials and tribulations. Next time, I am going to share something with you. How do you wake up out of this dream? How do you wake up? Stay tuned and I'll share that with you. Thank you again for watching. This is Saved by the Truth. Let me know down the comments below. Is this something you knew before? What does it trigger for you? And do you disagree with me? Share that with me. What are your thoughts on the nature of your own reality? Do you really take yourself to be this body? Let me know down the comments below. Thank you. I love every one of you, and I'll see you next time.